Hey, what's going on? Let me know if I'm good on audio, video. What's up, everybody? Let me tweet this out. I'm going live for YouTube and everybody now, just to talk about what's going on. 8450 after just making an 8200. What's up, Daniel? Give me a second here to get organized. Hey, Ruby. Richism. First of all, let me check here. Dow Jones down 30 after being down 300 overnight. That's not helping Bitcoin. I am going to say I think stocks and Bitcoin after today are going to be locked 1-for-1. I think a lot of the retail crypto traders have been annihilated, and I think you're going to need the people like the Paul Tudor Jones and hedge fund managers turning Bitcoin into a high beta stock. So when stocks go up, I think Bitcoin will lead it. When stocks go down, I think Bitcoin will lead it down. So that's my thoughts. I haven't been live for YouTube for really quite a while. We always do Patreon only. So I'm going to kind of leave it open for some questions. What's up, Scoop? Hey, John. Let's see here. Let's go back. I got so much going on. I'm not as organized as I would like. Everybody knows this is a bigger triangle that I was looking for. So if you can see this, I think we did the D wave. I think it's probably already complete. So it looks a little bit more like this. If you zoom in on this, I think we had an ABC up. I showed that in our Patreon, that this counted out with our Wyckoff volume, etc., that it looks like an ABC completed for the D wave. Now we need an ABC down to somewhat like 6,100 to 5,800. I'm still staying long PAGs in some of the stocks I've been long. I don't have a sell on stocks yet, so there's still a lot of shorts, still a lot of negative sentiment. So I think stocks can continue to try to go higher. If they roll over, I don't think you want to be in Bitcoin. So that's why, we had stops on Bitcoin at 93.50. We had stops on Litecoin at 46.30. We had stops on Ethereum at 204. So anybody that doesn't know us, we're really 100% cash on trading bags. And again, on the daily chart, I think we're doing this triangle. And if we zoom it in, go to 1 hour. Again, I showed by our software that this is an ABC. Here we've got Bitcoin USD technometer. 38's really saying that we should buy, or decline is ending. We're at 41 where we've been the last couple of days. We're still setting here. The new software, they have showed it to me. We're having still a few issues to go to the new software, but we are working on that. I think when I get the new software, you're going to see our performance get even better. As you know, I'm pretty excited about that, but we shall see here. Hold on, I got to test. This is the intraday Bitcoin USD. And I'm going to maybe, while that loads, we're going to go ahead and drop this in. This is what we showed in our Discord. The bottom is our OP, our intraday volume. We were showing how volume during this B wave continued to set new lows down to this blue arrow. So that showed continued selling while price actually did a triangle. So I think it's easy to count this as an A up off the lows, a B triangle, 5 waves up into 10,000, which is why we gave the sell up there, that we thought that D wave was ending. The D wave should have been an ABC affair, 5 waves up for A, B triangle, 5 waves up for C. That's keeping me bearish here. Then now we have an ABC down to probably the 6,000. So, and we probably started the 1-2 of that here in the last 2 days. So I'm still looking, I like the way that looks. And we like to look at intraday volume. This is a 5-minute intraday volume across some exchanges. So that has kept us out of some trouble here with the halvening. Hold on a second. Shorter term here, you can see that volume trailing off to another new low, while Bitcoin did hold that 8,100 level with an 8,200 that we just did. But volume, just volume is not healthy. If we look at, let's look at like Ethereum USD. Ethereum, when Bitcoin had that last rally to 10,000, underperformed horribly. What's up, King Louis? Hey, Nathan. Thanks for pointing out who you are. Let me give you a wrench, Nathan. Natane. There's Ethereum. You can see on this last ride at 227, no volume behind it. Incredible sell volume coming in. That is still worrisome. That's why you've had the shitty price action there. Litecoin USD, going to be the same thing, maybe even shittier. They're going to need to print a lot of USDT to keep this Bitcoin rally going. So there we are, Litecoin USD. Wait a second for the volume to update. That's still Ethereum's volume. Same type of thing, Litecoin USD, volume sucks. This whole rally here, which is I'm calling the C wave, no volume came in. The 5th wave, no volume came in. And then big volume coming back down. So horrible price action there. We're getting more oversold on Ethereum and Litecoin, but that's because those have been so weak. So I think you got to stay away from that. And again, you've got Bitcoin USD technometer 41, and you've got Bitcoin USDT at 44, 45. So I just can't do any buying here. I think we cut everybody long for the halvening with that D-wave top. So we need something. I guess I could see a 7,700, 7,600 print. This wave got really quick and deep. So I think we'll probably try to do some overlapping as we come down to this, what I think is going to be an ABC down. Again, to match the ABC up. So I think this is the roadmap. And I'm hopefully going to get a buy signal somewhere over here for this A to get us a bump up. Honest, yeah, Stunner's in here. There's the Patreon. Actually, Patreon is misspelled, so be careful with that. Somebody can redo that. Patreon.com/learncrypto. We also manage accounts. What is that? CryptoPCG.com. I think that is one link that'll get you there. Let me try that before I make sure I got that right. My mind is kind of shot at the moment. CryptoPCG.com is where we manage clients' assets for a 3% annual fee. Check that out if you're interested. These markets are 24 hours a day, so hard to stay on top of. What up, Justin? Stock still long, which has kept me from being really bearish Bitcoin, and that with the happening here as well. So again, we sold 93.50, 204 Ethereum, and 46 Litecoin. So just looking to buy back, obviously lower than those levels, but nothing is telling me to be in there yet. Go to Bitcoin USDT. Hopefully in a week we're going to have the new software, which is going to be a game changer. Here's Bitcoin USDT. Technometer is 40.77 for Bitcoin USD. It should update here for Bitcoin USDT any second. It's been around 44. There's 43.33. So again, I don't think the selling is done. We're going to have volatility, I'm sure, still here today and tomorrow. Asking about my Bitcoin. I mean, I think Bitcoin is going to follow this roadmap down to 6,000, 6,100. As long as it continues to do that, that's what I'm going to be following. Let me see here if I got something else I could show here. Here's a possible bullish count, which I'm not going with. We've got a 1-2 off the low, and then another 1-2. We're sitting right here trying to dig out of here. This looked a little better this morning at 9,200 with another 8,300 print. That doesn't look as well. So that's still a possibility. Slight chance that the 10,000 was a complete wave one up, and we're just going to pull back to maybe 7,000. So that's a possibility. Anybody knows me, I own Wyckoff SMI, the original institute by Richard Wyckoff. So we're about 90% Wyckoff, 95%. But once we figure out our trades, we do throw some Elliott Wave roadmaps just to see if it'll help us. So I do like Elliott Wave, but I use it more as a confirming, more of a roadmap type thing. We're strictly following Wyckoff, intraday volume, OP force technometer, etc. If you got short at 90.89, I mean 8,700. I wouldn't, if I was short, I wouldn't want to see an overlap over that 87.25. So 8,700, 87.25. I'd be worried about short-term shorts. That doesn't mean we can't. We could easily run back here to 9,000, 9,100. I still would be leaning that we're going to roll over again. So, but if I was short, I'd be worried about 87.25 or above. If you're talking about a backup, I presume you're going to talk about us jumping the creek here, the creek sliding up down through here, and we're backing up to that creek. That's pretty well very upward leaning accumulation. Tougher to call that, but that is a possibility. I still would think there'd be a little bit more sideways here. I would think everybody is long for the happening. So I think to get this thing right out of here is going to take a lot of work. I think retail is already long. They've been hurt here the last 2 days. They will sell out if we break down again. That's why I think there's another break lower coming. Back up on CRX. Let's go to that. Like I said, I'm going to be open and moving around here. I've got all my orders ready to go to buy, and I got the office ready, so I think I'm okay at the moment. Here is ZRX USD. Go to the 4 hour with a jump across the creek and a backup. I think with that there, yes, that chart does look good by itself. I'd be anxious to see how it acts if Bitcoin does break lower. So definitely one to watch. Could nibble here and then be ready to buy at a lower price. Recently, the wrenches have been for anybody that's in our Discord. Sammy, if you're a paid member, I'm going to trust you on that one. So there's your wrench. So again, I'd probably nibble ZRX here, but I would expect still a little bit lower with Bitcoin falling. Here's Litecoin on a 4-hour. Not very good action at all. Extreme underperformance back here. Ethereum was doing really well, then again slowed up here recently. I know there is some LA people that have been really bullish here and got hurt a little bit. Again, I'm not in the bullish camp here, even though I'm extreme bullish intermediate term to longer term. What up, Sir Best? Here's Magic USDT. Again, same type of thing, maybe a little jump here in a backup. So I do like some of these coins, but I think it's still a little bit lower. So we'll be monitoring. Apologize for anybody in here that's from really my old YouTube channel, because we just haven't been on YouTube as much because we got so much going on in the Discord. Patreon.com/learncrypto, 40 bucks a month. Between what I'm doing and what Nick's doing, there's a shitload of value there. So we've kept the price, I think, extremely competitive. ADA USDT. Again, nice bottom. 2 cents to 5.5. Holding in pretty well. Would like to buy that one a little bit cheaper as well. ENJ USD. Same type of thing. Nice rally off the low. I would think that one goes higher. Some of these alts do look good. Lend USD. Nice higher highs, higher lows. That one looks like it will continue. When the new software launches, I am going to have OP Force Technometer for the majority of coins, so I'm going to try to go live more, take more individual questions, and really dive into some of these charts once I get the Wyckoff indicators that I need. So hopefully any day. We got a conference call with the developers tomorrow morning. Hopefully they'll have some good news for me. Bitcoin 8440. Five-minute chart. I know some people had problems with stops getting filled at 93.50 up there where we have some stops. I mean, I use 3 commas, which I would recommend. I don't know what their minimum access is. I think it's only like 20 bucks. I use more of the pro version, but all stops I use are market orders once they're hit. They're not shown to the exchange, so no one's gunning for our stops. But we did have stops at 93.50. That's where the waterfall decline started. So I'm sure we helped that get going. Then it turned into a rout. So Hold on a second. We're going to bring up the software here on the stock side. We've been pretty quiet. We're long some stocks. We did have some losses, a few small profits, so just been stuck in them. Here's the Wyckoff wave, technometer 44, neutral, SPY, Standard & Poor's ETF, same type of thing, 45 on the technometer. We are closing up here near the highs for a closing high for the move, so I guess I still think there's some upside. I wrote that in my weekend review, which is a free newsletter. I write on Sundays at wyckoffsmi.com. Let's go to the DIA, Spider Dow. Technometer was closer to overbought. We're at a 48, we're at a 47. OP is hitting a new high here. Price is a little slower, so I think we're going to make a top. I'm not going to call a top today. Here's a Wyckoff Wave Growth Index, 47 on the technometer. New high for the move. QQQ, same type of thing. 47 on the technometer, so stocks look like everyone's still too short, still too bearish, need to work higher. That might keep Bitcoin bid here, so I'm not going to say that Bitcoin can't slowly work its way back here to this 9,000 level. But if that happens and stocks are then looking for a sell, then I think they both come down hard. So I think the trend's lower. You don't really want to fight that trend. I haven't looked at Mana in a while. 4-hour Mana USD. And again, guys, I get the new software. I'm going to be able to add way more value to some of these individual questions. A lot of these charts do look the same. So I would expect Mana still to pull back. I'd like to see something down around that 0.025 level when Bitcoin comes down again. Low on Ethereum on this dump. I mean, you're talking about, for me, I mean, I'd be more interested if Bitcoin gives us a buy signal. I'd buy Ethereum wherever it's at. But I guess I think you got to be talking, break this 148 level. 165 was a lot of support. We tried to do some buying back here and missed it. So I think that level, when it gives away, will usher in some selling. But I think 130 to 143 is a level we could get on Ethereum on a sell-off. $8,600 Bitcoin after making an 8,200. Nice $400 move. So again, I think just sideways before more lower. Let's get the halving out of the way and see what we can do. Let's go back to TLT, where we've had good trades, just nothing here recently. Talking about having a short up here at 170. Never gave that sell short. I was short a little bit for a mutual fund strategy I do for clients, but I did cover the close of this day. The next day we did have an overbought reading again, so we are continuing lower here. So I would stay still lower on TLT, which should give us a buy signal somewhere here at lower prices. Here's GDX. Technometer 46. I am bearish metals, intermediate to longer term. Want to have a place to be short. I am not a bull on gold or silver. No way. I think they're rolling over. I think the downside on gold is a lot. What's up, Paul? What up, Jama? For our Discord, I really don't have a specific level to buy because I don't have a buy on our Wyckoff indicators. I mean, I'm just going to say right now that I'm guessing on a sell-off, 7,700 would be support, or we could spring that area. So I'm thinking somewhere down there I'll probably be interested. But, if you're not in our Discord, then you're going to probably get it a little bit later after we've done all we need to do. I'll probably come in and give it to Twitter. Maybe go live on YouTube. But for right now, I don't have specific buy levels I'm giving. Sammy, I am still bullish stocks. So we are still long here. I mean, there's the DIA, the Dow Jones ETF. I mean, I think if we continue rallying here, we could see a 25.5. And then I'm probably going to say that the rally out the lows needs to take a rest. And if that's the case, a pullback in the stocks, I think, would definitely pull Bitcoin back down. I don't think selling any stocks here is probably too bad a move, because I do think most of the rally is behind us. And guys, I am a registered investment advisor, so do your own research. This is not specific individual advice. I got a disclaimer here, but I don't want to screw up this feed because we've had troubles on this new streaming software. But do your own research. Don't risk more than you can afford. Use stops, etc. "28 minutes," Neil says. I do have a chart. Let me see if I can show. Where did I put that chart at? I wanted to show a USD chart. I think I put that in the Discord. Yep. I'm going to show this. This is copywritten by Elliott Wave International. I've got a good relationship with them, so I don't think they're going to care. And if they do, they will let me know. But we work together on some things. This is an interesting report from ElliottWave.com. Check them out. I have a lot of links to them. But they're showing here in early 2018, large specs were net short heavy. Commercials were net long. That gave us a big low in the dollar. And if you know, that gave us a big high in Bitcoin. We're back at those same levels here. We've got large specs, major short, commercials, major long. Looks like the dollar is headed higher. If the dollar's ready to explode higher, I have to say that's going to be some headwind for Bitcoin. So until this changes, I think Bitcoin is not going to moon. I think it's going to somewhat just struggle or work slowly higher. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Strong dollar, I don't think is good for our Bitcoin holdings. Ultimately, I still think Bitcoin goes to new all-time highs, maybe 24 to 36,000 is what I think. So 85.50 Bitcoin. What's up, Jennifer? Blaine? Know your tops, set your stops. Maybe we will stay live here. I'm guessing if happening's in 25 minutes, now you're saying 12 minutes. So we're definitely staying for that. Let's see if we get any activity here. Ten minutes. And again, if stocks are working higher, Bitcoin probably, I don't know. If we break 8,100, there's got to be some selling coming in. But I don't think we're going to collapse Bitcoin without stocks helping us. So, and I just don't have the buy signals to trade this range, even though it has been a range you could have traded some. I think there's just too much risk on a further break. I haven't seen any polls recently on what people are thinking on Bitcoin. I would have to think that at 10,000, everybody was long. I would have to think. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that would be my guess. QQQ, 4% from all-time highs, Chris says. There's a QQQ. Not overbought on the technometer yet. OP going to new highs. So I do think we're going to top out somewhere here and pull back. What a V bottom. Whoa. 84.50. Cleve DeVell, we are in cash looking for lower. Kerry, make sure you're ready if we start breaking here hard. If we break too hard, I will be stopping the broadcast to do some buying. That sell off from 96 to 8,100 was ferocious the other night, so we shall see. Kind of quiet, 84.50, 84.60. Bitcoin dominance. Let's look at that on the daily. Possibly 5 waves up, and we're just going to work sideways here, which I could see that still just sideways. I myself mostly trade, most of my portfolios are probably 50-60% Bitcoin, 25 Ethereum, and 20 Litecoin, something like that. Nick gives trades on small caps. We give a lot of stock ideas, so. Anybody just getting here? They're still what we're looking for. We'd set at 10,000. We had a few articles written about us that we were looking for that to be the D-wave top up there. I think we're in an E-wave down now. Down around 6,000. That's our plan right now. With our opinions subject to change based on our indicators. If you want to learn more about Wyckoff, go to wyckoffsmi.com or learncrypto.io. If you join the Discord, you can get 20% off the courses. 84.70. See, look, I'm expecting that ABC down. Zoom into the 2 hour. We had the ABC up that I showed earlier on the broadcast. Now we need the ABC down. It'd be ideal to get a break down here to 7,400, rally back, mouse around, break 7,400 again, catch some stops, and then reverse back up to 8,500. That'd be a trade I'd like to do if we can get that. probably, and work our way down to somewhere here 6,400, 6,100, 5,800. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there, if we get there. Litecoin I still like to trade, so that's why we've had some success trading Litecoin over time. So I do like to have some Litecoin in portfolios, nothing more than to trade. We have hodl bags that we try not to touch unless we're sure on something. We did give a big sell at 13,000 up there, 13.5. Nick and I did call the rally from 31.50. I think we had about 8 or 9, 10 buys on the way up. 5 minutes, Neil says. 84.80 Bitcoin. $82 to an 86.50. Now 84.70. Litecoin and Ethereum still acting extremely heavy. Three blocks left, so still might be a while. 84.90. Sorry to bore anybody. I don't really have much more to go over. Bitcoin USDT from our software. You can see on this last ride to 10,000, the OP down here could not muster a new high. That probably said it was a fifth wave and not too good. Counting from this B wave over here to the left, it ended here, so we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it makes sense the way I counted that Elliott wave that was a fifth of a C of a D. And now we're headed lower. Trend is lower, I think. Be careful trying to buy lower trends. Wyckoff says follow the trend. Technometer 43.33. I mean, a 40 reading technometer on Bitcoin USDT is pretty well bullish. So we're not there yet. We don't really need a 38. A 40 there would probably be enough to say that we need a bounce. Again, this is Bitcoin USD. The bottom hasn't updated yet, so give it a second. You can see the same type of thing though. OP did go to a new high here, not as much. Technometer got to 48. Now we're setting at 40.77. A 38 reading here would be more friendly. So Blake says 27 minutes to go still. So 84.80 Bitcoin, not much going on here. I don't really have any short-term divergences to say that we're going to bounce here or anything else, so I think it's just Eric Board, 4 minutes till Coinbase freezes. Nice call. Those guys need to get their shit together. And they need to lower their commissions. I cannot believe they haven't lowered their commissions. That extremely hurt their business. If they lower their commissions by half, their business would double. I don't know why they don't know that. If they drop them 60%, the business would probably triple. Same chart for Ethereum. And Litecoin. Litecoin, I guess, held the low on this Binance chart. Ethereum snuck a new low in, caught the stops. And you could still, once again, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this could have been a decent low for us. We could ABC back up here, 198 Ethereum. Bitcoin rallied back to 9,200. Stocks continue higher. That's what would make that happen. I'm not prepared for that. I haven't bought anything down here for that. Maybe if we get a decent rally here and a pullback, maybe I'd jump on that for a little bit of a trade for a few days. But for now, no. Too much risk. End of year Bitcoin, I mean, if we make the low I'm expecting here in the next month or two, I mean, I would think by the end of the year we could be knocking at the all-time highs. And who knows once we get up there. Appreciate it, Maverick. Yeah, I'm a little bit better health at the moment. Lost some weight, working out some. Losing jaws didn't help, but trying to move on with that. And we lost Carrie's father, so. 84.90 Bitcoin. 2 more blocks. On a longer term basis, if you're doing Elliott wave, we'd be finishing up this wave 4. Then we need to blow off top. Definitely need to move to like 24,000. But as we know, that could bring a 36,000 in 2 seconds. Hell, it could bring a 48,000. So who knows? But I think ultimately this is the count. Again, guys, you know, need to be in Discord if you want stop levels in case this changes. Instead of having a DE here, we could have done a 1 up. We're doing a 2. We're going to explode much quicker. But again, I don't see that because of what's happening. I think bullish sentiment's already been there. Thanks, Jennifer. $84.80. Dow Jones back to unchanged. NASDAQ up 1.25%. Stocks continuing to put themselves back together. Somebody asked earlier about PAGs. You can see our technometer down at 40, which is pretty well oversold here. So a decent rally off the bottom, obviously a double. We're long from higher levels. Still have some losses there. Not a winner every time. Wish I was. Here's keys. We're long keys from 95-ish, I guess it is. Technometer coming to overbought, but not there. But there we got keys. New high for the move. So we got some profits there. Square holding up here at 75. We're still along that one. Small losses. Technometer near the overbought range. So again, some of these could take profits or definitely be prepared to. Still think a sell-off's coming. AMD is one that we talked about ages ago, down at 10 and 12 and 15. Nice day today. Technometer coming to overbought. Shopify I own for some longer term accounts. We bought that at 180. That son of a gun is 747. Whoa. And it's been a 747. Crazy. Had some new accounts open and got that thing at 320. That thing's been a hog. AT&T has been one that we've traded a few times successfully. Got some losses in it now. Much underperforming chart. Does have an OP hitting new lows by price holds and oversold, so I would think it could hold here. But definitely not doing as well as I would have hoped. Bitcoin still 85.30 now. Got the 3-minute chart so we can see it. Not much going on here. Probably sell in May and go away for a couple months. If I was short Bitcoin right here, I mean, I mentioned this 87.50 level, I'd hate to see that overlap. 87.25, 87.50, 88. I think if that's touched here, then maybe we just are still getting drugged higher by stocks. You'd have to put shorts out at higher levels, I think. $28 million USDT transferred to Binance is a headline. Trying to get you to buy. $85.60. The dollar chart again. The one with the that I showed. Now this could be a fly in the ointment still. Again, brought to you by ElliotWave.com. Interesting chart. Early 2018. In the middle of the chart there. With the gray circle. Large specs at the 2018 low were huge net short. Commercials were huge net long, saying the dollar need to rally. Went from 90 basically to 97, 98. Strong dollar pressures Bitcoin. And now we're at that same point. So, because you saw here when the dollar was collapsing 2017, Bitcoin took off. So now I think the dollar looks like it's got to go higher. At least, you know, for, again, that could be, could pressure us down on the E wave, and then we could still have a big one wave up, you know, then another wave two back down, just trying to keep us somewhat the upside cap for next 3 or 4 months. Then when the dollar decides to turn down aggressively is when the Bitcoin would blow through all-time highs and have the blow-off run that I still expect. I think that chart tells you that Bitcoin's not mooning now, it's mooning later. Bitcoin back to 8,500, quick 80 off the high. What's the update on Happening? 2 more blocks still. So the dollar moves inverse to the crypto, and stocks and crypto are, I've always said they move together. I mean, obviously, you know, stocks had the big rally to 30,000 and Bitcoin labored to 13.5 and 10.5, etc., which brought in the sell-off to 3,700. But still, I think, and now with the risk on, risk off, with the virus, etc., I think they're joined at the hips. So the sell-off to 3,700 was the C wave, was what we was trying to call when that happened. We did buy on the way down to 4,700. Those were scary times. We made some money off of that. 17 minutes still, Chris C says. Again, if you want us to manage your crypto assets or even stock assets, crypto assets is cryptopcg.com for private client group. Tough to trade these things 24/7, but that's about what it entails. We should get some fireworks here. Blake says we're on the last block. I don't think I have anything else to go over. I'm going to sit here and watch 85.40. Hopefully once we get the new software, we're going to do more with the crypto index. We're going to do more with sectors. Try to dive in more with the actual Wyckoff method and apply that to the cryptos a little heavier. We'll be bringing in more volume from more exchanges. The API I use has like 100 exchanges, so again, I've struggled with the software over time. It is working, it has helped us, but I think there's room for improvement. That's what I'm looking for. I wanted to get live. I thought maybe we'd get that break at 8,100. I thought we'd have some excitement here. So. See, look, I mean, I want to dump, but I'm not going to be surprised by further rally still here because of stocks I think could work higher. Or a quick dump and then a rally, but ultimately I think we're still headed lower. So just got to get this happening behind us, and I got to get a better feel on stocks here. My indicators are coming into a sell, but I do not have a sell. So no action, 85.40. See if we get anything, any excitement here. $85.70, still nothing. Nothing here. Well, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and I'm going to get out of here and get ready for hopefully a dump here sometime, whether it's today or tomorrow or having it complete. Extremely quiet, anticlimactic. Whoa. Must be waiting for the stock market to close. Dow down 28, NASDAQ up 100, S&P up 9.31%. Pretty quiet. GDX I've been wanting to be short. Haven't pulled the trigger, which actually is good because it's been trending higher. I mean, we had more of a sell up here, and again, I didn't jump on it. That's where we're still at, this 34 level. Being a little short here, I think is okay. So I do think we're going to roll over, whether it's now or a little bit later. I think gold can roll over and go below 1,000, I think. So I'm pretty bearish gold, but not short anything yet, but definitely not buying. Maybe we'll get a little further lower here and then a little bounce, get a better sell, get something that I really like here because I'm just not getting a setup that I like. It did fall out of the uptrend. So definitely looking weak, looking rolling over. High yield, I don't, low interest rates are here to stay. I mean, I think high yield is okay. I'd buy it on another pullback again after the scare we just had. $1,000 gold, I don't think inflation's coming. I think it's low interest rates, deflation. I don't think no one, I think the stock market's going to go back to new all-time highs again. We're the only game in town. Other countries will send money here for we got the best stock market. We got low interest rates. We got to get this virus tackled and out of the way, which I don't think is going to happen that easy. I'm worried about everything reopening. I think that'll bring a sell-off. I think that'll bring the E-wave down in this Bitcoin. I think it'll bring stocks down. At the lows, we were saying, not sell. That was going to take advantage of it. I think stocks still go to all-time highs. And that keeps Bitcoin going there, but I don't think anyone's going to be chasing gold for that. Gold's more of a hedge, and I think Bitcoin's more of a risk-on asset. There's 84.50. And this chart right here for Wyckoff, definitely an up thrust and a test, sign of weakness. Last point of supply. I mean, ultimately, I think we're headed lower, yes. I think 3,700 was a scare to get everybody out. I think we cleaned the slate there. We had to. We went down so fast. I'm going to wait here a few more minutes. Let's see if we can get you a little more excitement here. That was a quick 130 down or so. But We're not getting much. So I'm going to get out of here. Again, if you want more details, patreon.com/learncrypto. Otherwise, I will try to get on YouTube a little bit more. Hard to give specifics. We got so many people paying for the advice. Try to give a little bit of help. Let you know my general thoughts. If no last questions, I'm going to get out of here. Looking to buy somewhere lower. What's up, Borgle? Appreciate the support, especially the support we got over in Discord. We got a good group over there. Can get a little stressful at times, but keeps everybody on the straight and narrow. So I guess that's the excitement. 25 minutes to go on stocks. And that is all I got. So Edward, again, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we could still try to put ourselves together here, but I think we're locked in this range. So I don't think there's no major upside in Bitcoin. If stocks have a big day or two up, surely Bitcoin gets dragged higher. Then I'd be bearish everything, and maybe would give us, some type of short sell or something. For right now, I think the trend's down. You don't want to fight the trend. Be ready to buy a break. So that's all I got for now. What's up, Bill? Javid. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Catch you again. Stay safe and good trading.